How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. As you know, I talk about Bitcoin a lot. I talk about why I'm so bullish on the market. Of course, short term, anything can happen, but long term, I'm super bullish on crypto. And I position myself in a way that is very long Bitcoin, very long cryptocurrency. Now, I take a long term approach, but I have talked in the past about Margex. I've talked about leverage in general being a tool that you can use that is higher risk than just buying spot, but also can amplify returns. Recently, I did a video, or I talked about this in a few videos, where I said, yeah, we have this big pullback, but after we got up here, it looked very similar to an inverse head and shoulders pattern. We also saw this triangle happening as well, where we were seeing higher lows, and then we also were seeing lower highs symmetrically. And if we go into that, coming from a lower point, it is usually bullish. Now, if it was the opposite, if we came into it like this, then it would typically be bearish. I looked, and as soon as we broke out here, I made a trade. I made 35%. The person that I talked to today, someone that I actually met up with, had coffee, had a donut, we were talking about our trades, and he mentioned that he also went long here. Again, there is a link to Margex underneath the video if you want to do this. I'm not saying that you should, but he said that he went long here. He went aggressively long. Like, he used a lot of leverage. It was very risky. He put in $400 and he turned it into $2,000. So he made $1,600 quickly. He did not even take it out at the perfect time or anything like that. But he basically got a small return, like a 4, 5, 6% return, and amplified it significantly through leverage. Now, I'm not saying that's right for everyone. He could have easily lost that money, but when there are setups like this that look so good, when you look at it and you see multiple reasons why this should come out bullish, and then you see it break through a line, sometimes you can make money. And the cool thing about this is he made a lot of money. Yeah. He used leverage. Yeah, that's great. And of course, I talk about Margex. I'm not necessarily saying that you should go use leverage. What's cool about this is what he's doing with the money now. He told me that he is going to take out this money, and he's really wanted to buy a new laptop for a while. He has a laptop from a long time ago, from actually when he was in college, and he wanted to get a new one for a while, but he just couldn't really make sense of it. Like, he uses it for a couple different things, but he doesn't use it all the time. He has a new phone, but he wants to get a new laptop, and he's going to be able to use that for crypto, for YouTube, and he's probably going to make thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars with that laptop, maybe even more. And he was able to turn a small chunk of money into something that can create tons of income for him in the future. I mean, he took $400, right? And then turned that into a new laptop that can make him tens of thousands of dollars. It can make everything easier for him because he is a YouTuber. Now, I think that's really cool. And again, I talk about Margex. I like Margex. There's a link to Margex underneath the video. I do get affiliate income from them. But what I think is really important here is being able to take profits, being able to make returns in the first place, like investing in something at a good time, buying it, having conviction, being able to make money from that, and then being able to cash out. There's going to be a time where we should all cash out, right? There's going to be a perfect time to cash out. None of us are going to hit it perfectly. Either maybe we sell a little bit, but we don't sell everything at the top, or we don't sell anything at the top, or we don't sell anything in general, right? None of us are going to nail it perfectly, but hopefully we will be able to sell some assets towards the top of the market or during a time where we have made a lot of profit. And then from there, obviously, you have to make your own decisions, what you want to do. Maybe you want to just sit on it and cash. Maybe you want to invest in stocks. Maybe you're waiting for the next bull market or the next bear market to reinvest at a lower price. But the key is eventually, whatever you make in any market, hopefully it actually helps you in real life. Either make more money, that's probably the goal, or it gives you some kind of life experience, or it buys you something that you'd really like. And I just thought this was a cool story where it's not like someone made 100x. It's not like, he timed everything perfectly. He could have stayed in the long longer and actually made significantly more money. But he didn't time the bottom perfectly. He didn't time the top perfectly. He did something like he did a trade Yeah, he timed it well. He got in at a bullish time, but it's not like Bitcoin moved up $20,000 or anything like that. He made money just in a kind of choppy market. And this is going to be like, it's not life changing money, but this is kind of life changing. And the fact that he's getting something that can make him so much more productive. And I thought that was really cool. That it's not, again, it's not like a rags to riches story. It's just something that's really easy for a lot of people to do. If you have a couple $100, maybe you make a couple $1,000 from it in altcoins, and then you can go buy something that can actually help you, or you start a business. And I thought that was a really cool story that just kind of brings you back down to earth. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I don't need $5 million in crypto, or maybe I don't need 1,000x. Maybe I make a nice trade and I can actually change my life for the positive right away. So I thought that was really cool. Again, I'm not saying leverage trading is right for everyone, but in case you do want to try it out, there is a link underneath the video to Margex. There's a deposit bonus when you use that link. There's also a link to my Patreon as well. I made a trade recently, made a nice 35% gain. It was lower risk than it could have been. I could have made more money depending on how I positioned it, but I positioned it so that I was okay if it went down. So you can definitely check out that link underneath the video. Also, I just talk about other stocks that I'm buying, or other cryptos that I'm buying besides just what I talk about on YouTube. I talk about everything in there, and I am diversified. So in case you want to hear for the 100th time that I bought Bitcoin, or I bought some stock that I like or something, I do reiterate that. And I think some people don't like that kind of thing. Like, okay, you bought Bitcoin for the 100th time. That's great to hear, but what's new? And I do talk about new cryptos. I actually just bought a significant amount of a crypto the other day, but I think it's also important to hear, like, hey, it's okay to be boring sometimes, like to just keep on buying Bitcoin. Like in the bear market, I was like, okay, I bought another X amount of Bitcoin. Okay, I bought another X amount of Bitcoin. I think some people were bored with that, but hey, sometimes it's boring. And then a year later, you made a ton of money from it. So in case you want that kind of reiteration that it's okay to be boring, it's okay to just continue to accumulate. You don't always have to buy the flashiest thing. You can check out the link to the Patreon. There's also a link down there to HGAaccess as well. If you want some higher alpha plays, you can definitely check that out. And I will put a video on the end screen talking about some of the top news in the market. It's a video that I published earlier today. And the accumulation of Bitcoin is absolutely nuts right now. Like, there are so many entities buying. There's so many people that want to buy that can't quite buy yet. And I cover a lot of that in my video this morning. So definitely check that video out here on the end screen. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.